questions na pinrovide ko sa inventories. Okay? So, for this video, we will be solving problems 1 to problem 10, I think. Problem 8. Okay? From your sample questions PDF. Sige. So, start natin sa problem 1. Okay. So, what amount should be reported as inventory on December 31, 2019? Mary Company reported an inventory on December 31, 2019 at 3.4 million based on physical count. Okay. Physical count of goods priced at cost before any adjustments relating to the following. So, before any adjustments relating to the following. Okay? Included in the physical count were goods billed to a customer FOB shipping point on December 30, 2019. These goods had a cost of 325 pesos and were picked up by the carrier on January 7, 2020. Second, goods shipped FOB shipping point on December 28, 2019 from a vendor to Hero, actually mali yan, to Mary, were received and recorded in January 4, 2020. The invoice cost was 450,000. So what amount should be reported as inventory on December 31, 2019? Okay. So, meron tayong unadjusted balance ng inventory natin at 3.4 million pesos. Next. Sabi niya, kasama daw sa physical count, included in the physical count, were goods billed to a customer. So from this bullet point number 1, tayo si seller. Seller tayo dito. Okay? FOB shipping point on December 30, 2019. Okay? Billed, ibig sabihin nagpadala siya ng invoice noong December 30, 2019. These goods had a cost of 325,000 and were picked up by the carrier on January 7, 2020. Ang rule natin sa FOB shipping point, letter S, ang may-ari while goods are on transit is si buyer. However, take note of this one. Si seller daw tayo, si Mary Company, is na-ship lang niya yung goods nung January 7. So as of December 31, 2019, sino ang may-ari ng goods? Basically si Mary pa rin. Okay? Kasi hindi pa niya napapaship yan papunta kay buyer. So as of December 31, si Mary pa rin yung may-ari ng goods. Okay? Therefore, for this bullet point number 1, wala tayong magiging adjustment. Kasi sabi niya, itong 325,000 worth of inventory is already included in the physical count, which is dapat naman talaga kasama siya sa value ng ating inventory. So, no adjustment tayo for bullet point number 1. Next, goods shipped FOB shipping point. So, pag FOB shipping point, sinong may-ari nun? Si buyer. On December 28, 2019. So, kailan ba napaship? December 28, 2019 from a vendor to Mary. So, from this one, tayo naman si customer. Okay? Were received and recorded January 4, 2020. The invoice cost is 450,000. Okay. As of December 31, nasaan yung goods? Diba? Nasa dagat pa. Okay? Pero, ang terms natin, FOB shipping point. Pag FOB shipping point, ang may-ari na niyan is si buyer. Ibig sabihin, itong goods na binili natin from a vendor is already part of the inventory, should be part of the inventory ni Mary Company on December 31. Okay? So, idadagdag natin dyan yung goods in transit. Kasi hindi pa ito nakasama sa physical count dahil nga nasa dagat pa. Okay? So, goods in transit amounting to 450,000 pesos. So, yung adjusted balance natin ng inventory on December 31, 2019 is supposed to be 3,850,000. Okay? Wala pong shortcut dito. Ang technique dito is a-analyze nyo po yung transaction. Okay? So, it needs your knowledge or mastery sa FOB shipping point at FOB destination. Okay? 3,850,000. Next, problem number 2. What is the cost of purchases? So, kapag nag-a-account tayo for an inventory, ano ba yung mga kailangan natin as part of the inventory? Number 1 is the purchase price. Pangalawa is yung directly attributable cost related to needed or necessary in bringing the asset to its present location and condition. Directly attributable cost. And then next, kapag manufacturing or tayo yung nagma-manufacture ng goods, included dito yung manufacturing cost. Okay? So, tignan natin. Ang hinahanap sa atin dito is cost of purchases. Belo Company has incurred the following costs during the year. So, iaalamin natin kung alin ba yung should be part ng cost ng ating purchases. So, freight and insurance on purchases. So, this includes your freight in. At saka yung insurance kapag kunwari bumili ka from ibang bansa is para madala yun sa location mo, kailangan yung insurance na yon. Okay? So, i-check ko lang kung alin yung mga kasama sa cost of purchases. Your freight and insurance on purchase, yung cost of purchase based on vendors' invoices, kasama din yan. Yung import duties, isa po yan sa mga taxes na binabayaran natin if we do importations. Okay, so kasama din po yan. Trade discounts on purchases not yet deducted from vendor's invoice. So napag-aralan natin na yung trade discounts is dapat nininet po yan doon sa vendor invoices natin. So ililess natin itong 30,000. Kasama pa rin siya pero naka-reduction. Other handling costs relating to imports. So, kailangan yan, directly attributable costs in bringing the asset to its present location and condition. So, i-add natin yung 30,000. Sales of marketing department, salaries of marketing department rather. Your salaries of marketing department is included as selling expenses. So, hindi yan magiging inventoriable cost. Expense outright agad yan. Brokerage commission paid to agents for arranging imports. Okay? So, yung kailangan din po yan, part ng directly attributable cost. Sales commission, like your salaries of marketing department, is also a selling expense. Okay? After sales warranty cost is also part of your selling expense. Okay? So, ang cost of purchases natin is yung mga naka-check lang po. We have 100,000. Add tayo ng 6,500, add 300, less 300, add 30, add 200,000. It's 6,830,000 pesos. Okay? Next. Ilista nyo lang kapag goods in solution and good accounting form. Ilista nyo lang po yung items na kasama and then the total cost of purchases is 6,830,000 pesos. So problem number 3. So beauty company counted and reported the ending inventory on December 31, 2019 at 5.3 million. So ano bang hinahanap natin? Ending inventory as of December 31, 2019. All of the following items were included. Kasama na daw sa 5.3 million when the total amount of ending inventory was computed. So kasama na ha, bibilugan nyo yung mga included, ganyan, kapag nakakakita kayo ng ganyang problem. Okay. Kasama na daw po itong items na to sa 5.3 million. So tignan natin kung tama bang kasama sila. Goods located in the entity's warehouse that are on consignment from another entity. Ibig sabihin, tayo si consignor. Okay? Pinahiram lang sa atin ni consignee. Okay? So, yung 350,000, hindi talaga pagmamay-ari yan ni Beauty. Okay? Pinahiram lang yan sa kanya. So, dapat yung unadjusted balance natin na 5.3 million, babawasan pa natin ng 350,000. Okay? Consigned goods. Hindi sa atin yan eh. At ang hindi sa'yo, dapat hindi mo ini-include. Okay? Next. Goods sold by the entity. So, tayo ay si seller dito. And ship FOB destination were in transit December 31, 2019. So, pag destination, sino ang may-ari nun? Ang may-ari nun is si seller. Tayo si seller, di ba? So, nasa dagat pa daw siya as of December 31, 2019. So, tama naman na yung 200,000 is naka-include doon sa 5.3 million. For this one, no adjustment tayo. Okay, dito deduct. Next, goods purchased by the entity. For this one, tayo naman si buyer. Ship, FOB, shipping point. Oh, shipping point. Okay? In transit on December 31, 2019 and received by the entity January 2, 2020. So, December 31, nasa dagat pa siya. Okay? However, sabi niya, pag tayo si buyer at ang terms natin ay shipping point, dapat yung 600,000 is included sa ating inventory. Pero ang tanong, naka-include na ba? Included na daw sa 5.3. So, no adjustment tayo dito. Okay? Next, goods sold. For this one, tayo naman si seller. And ship FOB shipping point were in transit on December 31, 2019. Seller tayo ha. Pero ang terms natin, FOB shipping point. Kailan ba napadala? Napadala daw before December 29. So tama ba na tayo pa yung may-ari niyan as a seller kung FOB shipping point? No, dapat si buyer na. Okay? So dapat yung 300,000 hindi na yan kasama doon sa 5.3 million. So lagay natin dito, goods in transit. 300,000 as a reduction. Ano ibig sabihin ng ating adjusted balance for inventory? Is at 4,650,000 pesos. Double rule and encircle your final answer. Okay? Next problem. Problem number 4. Okay. Sabi niya, what is the cost of inventory on July 31? Okay. So, si Leslie Company sells a new product during the move to a new location. The inventory records for the product were misplaced. The entity has been able to gather some information from the purchases and sales record. The July purchases are as follows. Ito daw po yung purchases natin. On July 31, 17,000 units were in hand. Okay, ibig sabihin ito po yung ating ending inventory. The sales for July amount to 6 million or 60,000 units at 100 pesos per unit. Gross profit on sale for July is 2.4 million. The entity has always used periodic FIFO inventory costing system. Pag FIFO or first in, first out, pag ang hinahanap natin ay ending inventory, is dapat manggagaling yan sa mga pinaka-last na purchases natin. Okay? So, ang hinahanap talaga natin is kung magkano daw ba natin i-value itong 17,000 na natira sa atin on hand. So, on July 31, meron tayong 17,000 units on hand. Okay? So, paano natin i-value yan? Kukunin mo yung pinaka-last from your purchases. Ang pinaka-last sa purchases natin is yung July 25. So, magkano ba yung quantity natin from July 25? Meron tayong July 25 na 14,000 units. Okay? At 55. Okay? And then, kung mapapansin nyo, 17,000 yung natitira sa atin. 17,000, kinuha na natin yung 14,000 from July 25. So, hindi pa siya enough, right? So, yung 3,000, manggagaling dun sa second to the last purchases natin, which is July 15 at 60 pesos naman. Okay? So, kunin nyo lang yung 14,000 times 55. This is 770,000. And then you have here 3,000 times 60 pesos na unit cost. You have 180,000. This will be the value of your inventory on July 31, on July 31 ending. Okay? It's equals to 950,000 pesos. Okay? In units, 17,000 units. Pero ang hinahanap sa atin is cost. So, 950,000 pesos po. Okay? Next, problem number 5. Same problem. Pero ang hinahanap naman for this one is beginning inventory. So, ano ba yung formula natin? Okay? So, di ba ang formula natin is you have your beginning inventory, add net purchases. Net purchases is computed as your purchases less sales returns and allowances less sales discount, right? This is your, wala pa tayong freight in, add freight in. And then you have here your total goods available for sale less ending inventory. You have here your cost of goods sold. So, ang hinahanap natin is beginning inventory. So, tignan natin ha. Paano ba natin makukompute yung cost of goods sold? Your cost of goods sold is equals to your sales, net sales particularly. Cost of goods sold is nandito sa gitna and then you have here your gross profit, right? Ganyan yon. Okay. So may gross profit na binigay sa atin kanina, 2.4 million pesos. Okay? 2.4 million pesos yung gross profit natin. Yung net sales ba natin makukompute natin? Yes, we have here 6 million na sales. Kung merong sales returns and allowances at saka discount, kailangan yung i-deduct yun. Okay, for this one, wala namang binigay. So, 6 million. So, from there, makukompute mo na kung magkano yung naging cost of goods sold. Okay? So, your cost of goods sold is 3,600,000. Ilalagay mo yung 3,600,000 dito. Okay? And then kanina, na-compute natin yung value ng ending inventory amounting to 950,000 pesos. Okay? Para ma-compute natin yung total goods available for sale, cost of goods sold plus ending inventory is equals to 4,550,000 pesos. Kung nagdududa ka, 4,550 less 950 is equals to 3.6 million. Okay? May freight in ba tayo? Wala tayong freight in. May net purchases ba tayo? Meron. Nasaan, ma'am? Ito po. Ayan no, sabi niya, July purchases. I-total nyo lang po yung purchases natin. That will be 650 plus 840,000 plus 900 plus 770. That is 3,160,000. So work back lang tayo from your total goods available for sale. Minus natin yung purchases natin. Your beginning inventory would be 1,390,000 pesos. Double check mo. 1,390 plus 3,160 is 4,550. Okay? Okay. So that is your answer for problem number 5. Next, problem number 6. Okay. Sabi niya, using lower of cost or net realizable value, what should be reported as chocolate inventory at year-end? Ang lower of cost at net realizable value is a process para ma-assess mo kung tama pa ba yung valuation ng iyong inventories. Lower of cost. Alin ba yung pinagko-compare natin? We have your cost versus net realizable value. Your net realizable value is computed as estimated selling price less estimated cost to complete less estimated cost to sell. Okay? So, tignan natin. So, based on physical inventory taken at year-end, Murphy Company determined the chocolate inventory on a FIFO basis as at 5.2 million with replacement cost of 4 million. So, ano ang kukunin natin dyan? Cost, which is yung 5.2 million natin. So, ilalagay ko na dito ha. Si cost is equals to 5.2 million. Ayan na siya. Versus, ano yung NRV natin? The entity estimated that after further processing of 2.4 million, the chocolate could be sold as finished candy bars for 8 million. So, ang estimated selling price natin, ESP na lang ha, estimated selling price is at 8 million pesos, right? Kaya hindi pwede mo mapagbentahan sa kanya. However, para mabenta mo siya at 8 million, you need to spend 2.4 million to further process the product. That is your estimated cost to complete. So your ECC is equals to 2.4 million pesos. Next, estimated cost to sell of 100 is needed to reach its target market. So that is your estimated cost to sell, 100,000 pesos. Normal profit margin is 10% of sales. So wala naman yun, di natin gagamitin. So your NRV is equals to 8 million less 2.4 less 100,000. Okay? This is 5.5 million. Ang rule natin sa subsequent measurement ng inventory is lower of cost or net realizable value. Hindi porket natapos ka na mag-compute ng NRV, yun na lang lagi yung magiging sagot. You need to compare. Ayan kaya nga meron tayong LCNRV rule. Kailangan mong compare alin ba yung mas mababa between cost and your NRV. For this problem, mas mababa si cost. Okay? So, ang sagot natin dito is 5.2 million pesos. Okay? Problem number 7. On September 30, Jeffrey Company reported that a fire caused severe damage to the inventory. The entity had a gross profit of 30% on sale. So, pag 30% on sales, i-demonstrate lang natin yan. Okay? You have sales here, gaya ng nasabi ko sa inyo sa gross profit ratio, kung ang basis or kung ano yung word after ng on, yan yung 100%. Okay? You have here your cost of goods sold. You have here your gross profit. Yung gross profit mo daw is 30%. So, from there, that equation, mako-compute mo na ang cost of goods sold mo is 70%. Cost of goods sold, ito yung puhunan ng product mo. Okay? Magagamit kasi natin yan later on. The entity provided the following data for 9 months ended September 30. May beginning inventory ka na 1.1 million, net purchases na 6 million at net sales na 7,280,000. Physical inventory disclose usable damage cost which can be sold for 150. So ito yung realizable value from the mga nasunog na inventory. What is the estimated amount of fire loss? Okay? So actually, yung problem 8, parehas lang sila ng problem. It's just that, ng question rather, it's just that for number 7, ang hinahanap ko yata dito, supposed to be is yung inyong should be value ng inventory, ng ending inventory. Tapos sa baba, is yung estimated fire loss. So, makukompute naman natin sila dito sa discussion natin. So, dagdagan na lang natin ha. Should be value of ending inventory. Okay. Tignan nyo ha. Diba ang formula natin is you have your beginning inventory. Paulit-ulit lang to. Huwag niyong kakalimutan yung formula na to. We have 1.1 million pesos. We have net purchases, di ba? Add purchases. Add freight in, kaya lang wala tayong freight in dito. Sige, lagay ko na lang. Baka sabihin nyo dun sa isa kong formula, wala. Net purchases of 6 million. Trade-in natin is wala. This is your total goods available for sale. This is 7.1 million pesos. Okay? You have here your ending inventory. EI, ending. Yan yung hinahanap natin sa question number 2. And then, kapag dineduct natin yung ending inventory, makukuha natin yung cost of goods sold. Tama? Di ba ganyan yung formula nyo? Okay. Ma'am, ang meron lang kami ay sales, purchases, inventory, at saka yung realizable value ng natirang items. Okay. Take note, binigay niya yung sales, 7,280,000. 'Di ba, sabi niya, yung 7,280,000 represents the 100%. Okay? Makukompute nyo ba kung magkano yung inyong cost of goods sold? Yes. Makukompute nyo yan by multiplying 7,280,000 to 70%. That is 5,096,000 pesos. Right? Ito yung cost of goods sold nyo. Ang gross profit nyo is 2,184,000. Okay. Yung cost of goods sold nyo na na-compute dito, ilalagay natin siya sa dulo. So, 5,096,000 pesos. Okay? That's your cost of goods sold. Yang cost of goods sold, ima-minus natin sa total goods available for sale na 7,100,000, makukompute ninyo yung should be inventory natin, which is 2,004,000 pesos. So your value, your should be value of your ending inventory is 2,004,000 pesos. Next, what is the estimated fire loss? So dapat kung walang apoy na nangyari, ang ending inventory value mo is 2,004,000 pesos. However, ang na-realize mo lang from that inventory is 150,000. Realized amount na pagbentahan yan is 150,000. So magkano ngayon ang fire loss mo? Makukompute mo yung fire loss na yan, i-minus mo lang yung napagbentahan doon sa should be value. Okay? So lugi ka ng 1,854,000 pesos. Okay? This is your answer. Okay? So, I guess yun lang po ang pwede kong ma-discuss. Sandali lang ha. Same problem lang tayo sa problem 8. Yung problem 9, hindi ko na diniscuss kasi hindi ko yung diniscuss doon sa video natin. That's your ending inventory at retail. Okay? Before ko i-end yung discussion, meron lang akong additional na discussion na idadagdag related to inventory. Okay? Magagamit nyo kasi to sa inyong mga higher accounting subjects. Ayoko naman na sabihin nyo wala kayong natutunan pagdating sa inventory. Okay. Sige. So actually, yung mga pinag-aralan natin from the sample problems kanina are your inventories for merchandising business. Okay? Yung minimemorize ninyo yung net sales less cost of goods sold is equals to gross profit. That is your typical merchandising income statement. Ngayon, punta naman tayo doon sa paano ba nagpe-prepare ng income statement for a manufacturing company. So, lagay ko dito, manufacturing company. Income statement. For the year ended, December 31, 2022. Okay? So, sa manufacturing company, meron tayong tatlong klase ng inventory. We have your raw materials inventory, we have your work in process inventory, and we have your finished goods inventory. which was discussed sa simula ng inventory accounting natin. First handout yata. Okay? So, paano ba tayo nagko-compute ng income statement? Okay? Ituturo ko sa inyo, kailangan nyo po itong i-memorize hanggang makatapos kayo. Okay? Dapat ito memorize ninyo bago kayo mag second year, third year, or fourth year. First year pa lang, memorize na dapat ito. Okay? So, nag-start tayo sa sales. Okay? Gross sales. You have your gross sales here. Like sabihin natin, meron tayong gross sales na 3 million pesos. Okay? Tapos, i-deduct natin dyan si sales returns and allowances. At saka si sales discounts. Okay? Para ma-compute natin si net sales. Sales returns and allowances, sabihin mong may 10,000 tayo, tas ganun din si sales discounts, makukompute natin si net sales. Right? So 3 million less 10,000 less 10,000 is equivalent to 2,980,000. So yung 2,980,000 is your net sales. E dinideduct natin dyan si cost of goods sold. Okay? Tignan ko lang, baka kasi mabitin yung isang bond paper sa akin. Okay, si cost of goods sold under a manufacturing company, iba yung computation niya compared to a merchandising. Okay? Nag-start tayo sa cost of goods sold sa raw materials inventory beginning. So say for instance, meron tayong natirang raw materials from prior year or from prior period. That is your raw materials inventory beginning. Raw materials beginning. Okay? So ilalagay ko dito. Say for instance, meron tayong magkano? 100,000. Right? Okay. And then next, punta tayo sa purchases. Yung purchases ninyo, you have here, sabihin mong 3 million. Okay? Tapos, meron ililess natin dyan si purchase returns and allowances. Returns and allowances na lang ha. 50,000. At saka si purchase discount. 50,000 din. So, meron tayong net purchases. Yung net purchases natin is your 3 million less 50,000 less 50,000 is equals to 2.9 million pesos. Okay? Nahati yan sa tatlong column, guys. Okay. Idadagdag natin dito si freight in kasi 'di ba si freight in natin is kasama yan sa inventoriable cost natin. Say for instance, ang freight in mo is 100,000 pesos. Okay? Itong tatlong to, your raw materials beginning, add purchases, net purchases rather, add freight in, is your total goods available for use. Okay, kanina sa merchandising, for sale, right? Pero dito, manufacturing company. So, total materials available for use. Pwedeng gamitin sa production. You have here 3.1 million pesos. Okay. Idadagdag mo sa raw materials available for use, ililess mo dyan yung raw materials ending inventory. Yan yung pwede mong magamit, less yung natira sa'yo at the end of the period. Sabihin mong you have 100,000. Ang direct material use mo is equals to 3 million pesos. Remember your direct materials, right? Na-discuss din natin to sa discussion natin for inventory. Ang manufacturing cost binubuo ng direct materials, direct labor, at saka factory overhead. Itong direct materials, yan yung nagamit natin from your raw materials. So your raw materials kasi are unprocessed goods. Your direct materials, sila na po yung dinadala sa production. Remember, we are doing an income statement for a manufacturing company. So yung direct materials use, dadagdagan natin yan ng direct labor, 500,000. Dadagdagan natin yan ng factory overhead, 200,000. Magkakaroon tayo ng total manufacturing cost. Total manufacturing cost amounting to 3.7 million pesos. Your total manufacturing cost, idadagdag natin dyan si work in process inventory beginning natin or si WIP beginning. Si work in process, ito yung mga nasa production pero hindi pa natapos at the end of the prior period. Minsan, for instance, meron tayong 100,000. Your 3.7 plus yung work in process inventory beginning, that is your total goods placed into process. You have now 3.8 million yung nilagay sa production na goods. Okay? Total goods placed into process, ililis natin dyan si work in process ending. For instance, ang ending inventory natin at the end of the period na naiwan sa production is 800,000. So you have now your total cost of goods manufactured. You have 3 million pesos. Yung 3 million pesos, idadagdag natin dyan si finished goods inventory beginning. Ito yung mga natapos natin in prior period pero hindi pa natin na ibebenta. For instance, meron tayong 500,000. So this is your total goods available for sale. 3.5 million pesos. And then, i-deduct natin si finished goods ending. You have here 200,000. Paano nga ba yung sales natin? Hindi. Lakihan natin. 1.2 million pesos. Ang makukompute natin na cost of goods sold is equals to 2,300,000 pesos. Pero, wait lang. I-delete ko to. Yung cost of goods sold natin, yan yung i-deduct natin dito sa ating net sales. Kung mapapansin nyo, meron tayong net sales doon. Our cost of goods sold is now 2,300,000 pesos. Okay? 2,980,000 less 2,300,000, that is your gross profit. Yung gross profit natin dito is magkano na? Okay? That is 680,000 pesos. Okay. Next, your selling and administrative expenses. You have selling expenses. Sabihin natin 10,000. You have your admin expenses or general expenses of 5,000 pesos. The total of which is your operating expenses. Again, selling plus administrative is equals to your operating expenses. Your operating expenses is amounting to 15,000 pesos. Okay? Your gross profit, 680,000 minus 150 operating expenses. You will be able to compute your net income. Okay? 680 less 150 is equals to 530,000 pesos. This is still part of your discussion for inventory. Okay? So, possible na sa problem ninyo, ibigay ko yung ganitong klase ng problem and then hahanapin nyo yung mga may question mark. For instance, binigay sa inyo gross profit at saka net income. dapat alam mo kung paano ma-compute yung operating expense. So you have here your gross profit less your net income is equals to your operating expense. Yung mga ganong bagay ba? Okay? So before kayo matulog ngayong gabi, kailangan ninyong i-memorize. I-memorize itong formula na to. This is a very easy problem kapag na-memorize ninyo yung formula. Okay? So yun lang. Pag may questions kayo, please feel free to chat me on Messenger.